Welcome to Cozy Space Living. Today, we're inviting you to step into an enchanting world where rustic charm meets moody elegance. Welcome to the Dark Cottagecore aesthetic. Imagine walking into a space filled with deep earthy tones, vintage decor, and a warm glow of candlelight, creating a sanctuary that feels like a countryside escape from the modern world. Whether you're looking to transform a small apartment or refresh your cozy nook, this video will guide you step by step on embracing the Dark Cottagecore charm. Dark Cottagecore isn't just about aesthetics. It's a way of creating a comforting, nostalgic haven. Think of spaces that feel lived in, where every corner tells a story. In this video, we'll explore how to layer natural textures, select timeless pieces, and incorporate personal touches that make your apartment uniquely yours. We'll also help you choose a moody color palette and bring the outdoors in, creating a space that feels intimate and serene. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more design inspiration and hit the like button if you're ready to start your Dark Cottagecore journey. Let's turn your space into the ultimate retreat. Dark Cottagecore takes the whimsical charm of traditional cottagecore and infuses it with a mysterious, moody twist. It's an aesthetic that celebrates deep earthy tones, vintage decor, and natural textures, creating a space that feels both nostalgic and inviting. Think of it as a balance between light and shadow, a place where deep greens, rich browns, and muted florals come together to create an atmosphere of tranquility. At its core, Dark Cottagecore is about storytelling. Each element in the space contributes to a narrative of a cozy, lived-in retreat. Vintage furniture with worn edges, faded floral patterns, and handmade decor add depth and authenticity. It's not just a design style. It's an invitation to slow down, appreciate the beauty of imperfection, and reconnect with nature. This aesthetic thrives on contrast, blending soft, inviting textures with dramatic, moody tones. Whether you're lighting candles for a warm glow or layering throws and pillows for extra coziness, every detail contributes to creating a sanctuary that feels like a step back in time. Creating a Dark Cottagecore apartment interior is all about blending earthy tones, vintage charm, and a touch of mystery. If you're drawn to the whimsical yet grounded aesthetic of Dark Cottagecore, you're in for a transformative design journey. Follow this easy, step-by-step guide to create your very own sanctuary. Step 1. Set the mood with colors. Start by embracing deep, moody colors like charcoal, forest green, and rich browns. These shades will anchor your space, providing the perfect backdrop for the eclectic and natural elements of cottagecore. Don't shy away from dark walls or accents. These bring depth and warmth to the room. Step 2. Choose antique and vintage furniture. The foundation of a Dark Cottagecore space is its furniture. Opt for vintage pieces with intricate details. Think old wooden tables, faded armchairs, and rustic bookshelves. The imperfections add character and tell a story, making your space feel both lived in and timeless. Step 3. Incorporate nature's touch. Bring the outdoors in by adding potted plants, dried flowers, or even fresh herbs. A mix of lush greenery and dried botanical elements will enhance the natural vibe and provide a contrast to the darker tones of the room. Step 4. Layer textures and fabrics. Add warmth and comfort by layering different textures. Soft linens, chunky knit throws, and velvet cushions will make your space feel cozy and inviting. Rustic wood and wicker furniture also create tactile contrast. Step 5. Lighted up lighting is essential to creating ambience. Use a mix of warm, soft lighting from vintage lamps, fairy lights, or candles to add a mystical glow to your space. By following these simple steps, you can effortlessly create a dark cottagecore haven that's both cozy and captivating, perfect for escaping into a world of rustic charm and enchantment. The essence of dark cottagecore lies in its ability to create a cozy, intimate atmosphere that feels timeless and personal. Key components include rich, moody color palettes, natural materials, and vintage finds. Imagine walls painted in deep forest green, accented by mahogany furniture and lit by the soft glow of candlelight. This palette not only evokes warmth, but also a sense of mystery that is central to the aesthetic. Textures play an equally vital role. Woven fabrics, distressed woods, and stone accents bring a tactile, organic quality to your space. Layering is essential. Think thick throws draped over armchairs, patterned pillows stacked on a vintage sofa, and rugs that add softness underfoot. Adding vintage or handmade elements, such as an antique trunk or hand-knitted blankets, creates a sense of history and connection. The beauty of dark cottagecore lies in its ability to feel curated yet effortless, creating a home that reflects your personal story. Your entryway is the first impression of your home, and it's the perfect place to introduce the cozy charm of dark cottagecore. Even in a small space, you can create an inviting vignette that sets the tone for the rest of your apartment. Start with a sturdy wooden bench or console table as your anchor piece. Opt for reclaimed or distressed wood to add character. Pair it with a woven basket or a vintage coat rack to keep the space functional yet stylish. Layering decor is key. Add a small rug in deep, earthy tones to ground the space, and place a few potted plants like ivy or ferns to bring in a touch of nature. Don't forget lighting. An antique-style lamp or a cluster of candles can create a warm, welcoming glow. For a personal touch, hang a gallery wall of vintage art or mirrors to add depth and visual interest. These thoughtful details transform a small, often overlooked space into a charming introduction to your home's dark cottagecore aesthetic. Open space living is a hallmark of modern apartments, but with a dark cottagecore twist, it can feel both cohesive and deeply inviting. The goal is to create a flow between different areas of your apartment while maintaining the cozy, layered atmosphere that defines this aesthetic. Start by selecting a unified color palette. Rich forest greens, deep browns, and muted golds work beautifully to tie the space together. Use these colors consistently across furniture, textiles, and decor to create visual harmony. To add depth, focus on layering textures and creating distinct zones within your open space. A plush area rug can define your living room, while a vintage wooden table anchors the dining area. Incorporate natural materials like stone coasters, ceramic vases, and woven baskets to add an organic touch. The key is to create subtle transitions. A distressed wooden bookshelf can act as a divider while maintaining openness. Add ambient lighting in each zone with vintage lamps or candles to create a warm glow that pulls the entire space together. Open space living with dark cottagecore design allows you to embrace both functionality and charm, making your apartment feel expansive yet intimate. In small apartments, every corner counts, and a multifunctional nook can become your go-to space for work, relaxation, or creativity. For a dark cottagecore-inspired nook, start by choosing a cozy corner with good natural light. Use a small wooden desk or vintage writing table as the foundation, pairing it with a comfortable, upholstered chair in a muted tone. Layer the space with soft textures. Think a woven throw draped over the chair and a patterned cushion for added comfort. To transform the nook into a dual-purpose space, add a small bookshelf or wall-mounted shelves for books and decor. Opt for vintage-style bookends, potted plants, and ceramic trinkets to enhance the cottagecore vibe. Lighting is key to setting the mood. Choose a vintage desk lamp with warm-toned bulbs to make the space inviting. For personal touches, display handwritten notes, pressed flowers, or a small bulletin board with inspirational quotes. Whether you're writing, reading, or simply unwinding, this multifunctional nook becomes a haven that balances productivity with relaxation. The bedroom is the heart of any home, and in a dark cottagecore apartment, it becomes a serene retreat for the soul. Start by creating a soft, moody ambience with a rich color palette. Think deep burgundy walls or earthy beige accented by dark green or charcoal textiles. Opt for natural materials in your furniture, such as a reclaimed wood bed frame or a vintage iron headboard, to ground the space. Layering is essential to achieving the cozy aesthetic. Use linen or cotton bedding in muted tones and add layers of texture with a quilt, knitted throw, and an assortment of patterned pillows. Surround yourself with decor that evokes nostalgia. Vintage art prints, an antique bedside table, or a stack of old books on a stool. Lighting is equally important. Choose soft, ambient options like string lights, candles, or bedside lamps with warm bulbs. To bring nature indoors, Add a few plants like ferns or dried floral arrangements in rustic vases. This layered, personal approach transforms your bedroom into a sanctuary of calm, perfect for unwinding after a long day. A small bathroom can be a delightful space to incorporate Dark Cottagecore's whimsical yet practical charm. Begin by selecting earthy tones for the walls. Charcoal gray, deep green, or a muted terracotta can create a dramatic yet cozy backdrop. Pair these with natural materials such as wood accents, stone soap dishes, or a vintage brass mirror to enhance the rustic vibe. Practicality meets beauty with thoughtful storage solutions. Opt for wicker baskets or wooden crates to keep toiletries organized, and install floating shelves to display neatly folded towels, candles, or small potted plants. Add personality with vintage-inspired details like a clawfoot tub, if space allows, an ornate faucet, or floral-patterned shower curtains. Lighting can elevate the mood in a small bathroom. Replace harsh overhead lights with wall sconces or add a vintage chandelier for a touch of elegance. To maximize functionality, use a mix of closed and open storage and incorporate hooks for hanging towels or ropes. The final touch? A cluster of candles around the sink or bathtub, casting a warm glow that makes even the simplest routines feel luxurious. With a balance of practicality and charm, your bathroom becomes a cozy, whimsical escape. Even in a small apartment, a well-organized laundry space can exude both functionality and elegance. The secret lies in smart storage solutions that blend seamlessly with the Dark Cottagecore aesthetic. Start by choosing storage containers made from natural materials like wicker, wood, or woven fabric to keep laundry essentials tidy and within reach. Opt for stackable bins or baskets to make the most of vertical space and maintain a clutter-free environment. For a cohesive look, consider using a dark wooden shelf or a vintage-inspired cabinet to store detergents, softeners, and other supplies. Adding a curtain or a sliding barn door can help conceal the laundry area while maintaining a rustic vibe. Enhance the elegance with small details. A ceramic jar for clothespins, a vintage hook rack for hanging delicates, or a linen curtain to hide unsightly appliances. Incorporate greenery, such as a small potted fern or ivy, to soften the space and bring a touch of nature indoors. With a combination of practicality and style, your laundry room becomes a charming and efficient part of your apartment. Lighting is the unsung hero of any design, and in a Dark Cottagecore apartment, it's all about creating warmth, depth, and a touch of magic. Begin with a mix of light sources to establish layers of illumination. Ambient lighting can be achieved with vintage-inspired pendant lights or chandeliers that cast a soft glow. Add task lighting with table lamps, especially those with fabric or stained glass shades, to create cozy reading nooks or highlight specific areas. For mood lighting, candles are indispensable. Arrange them in clusters on mantels, tables, or windowsills to evoke a warm, romantic atmosphere. Don't forget to incorporate fairy lights. They add a whimsical touch when draped across a headboard or woven into a bookshelf. To enhance the cottagecore vibe, opt for lighting fixtures made from natural materials like wrought iron, wood, or ceramic. The goal is to create a layered lighting scheme that feels intimate and inviting, turning your apartment into a serene haven as the day transitions into night. Transform your balcony into a lush urban forest that feels like a secluded retreat from the hustle and bustle of city life. Start by incorporating plenty of greenery. Mix potted plants of varying heights, such as ferns, ivy, and small trees, to create a layered, natural look. Use vintage-style planters, like terracotta pots or wooden crates, to enhance the rustic charm. For vertical space, consider hanging planters or a trellis adorned with climbing plants. Create a cozy seating area with weatherproof furniture. A small wrought iron table and chairs, or a bench covered with plush cushions in earthy tones, make the perfect spot for morning coffee or evening relaxation. Add texture with a jute rug, knitted throws, or outdoor curtains that can be drawn for privacy. To complete the look, hang string lights or lanterns to cast a soft, inviting glow. Whether it's a morning yoga session or a stargazing escape, your balcony becomes a serene urban forest that's both functional and enchanting. What makes a dark cottagecore apartment truly unique are the personal touches that reflect your story and personality. Begin by curating accessories with sentimental value, vintage family heirlooms, handmade crafts, or items collected during travels. These pieces add depth and authenticity to your space, making it feel distinctly yours. Books are a cornerstone of the cottagecore aesthetic, so display your collection proudly on shelves or stack them artfully on coffee tables. Opt for hardcovers with worn spines for an added touch of nostalgia. Decorate with natural elements like dried flowers, pine cones, or pressed leaves framed in antique-inspired frames. Handmade pottery, embroidered pillows, or knitted blankets also bring a sense of warmth and individuality. Don't forget to incorporate your hobbies into your decor. A vintage sewing machine, a guitar resting in the corner, or a painting station can become both functional and decorative elements. By filling your home with meaningful accessories, you create a space that tells your story and invites guests to linger and learn about the life behind the design. Dark cottagecore is more than an aesthetic. It's a way of life that invites you to slow down, savor the moment, and create a home filled with warmth and nostalgia. By embracing rich colors, natural textures, and vintage charm, you can transform even the smallest apartment into a cozy retreat that feels like a world of its own. Start by prioritizing the elements that matter most to you. Whether it's creating a lush balcony escape, layering textures in your bedroom, or curating accessories that tell your story, each choice brings you closer to the magic of dark cottagecore living. Remember, this aesthetic thrives on imperfection and authenticity. Don't be afraid to mix and match styles, experiment with textures, or display items with personal meaning. Thank you for joining us on this enchanting design journey. If you've been inspired to bring the magic of dark cottagecore into your home, we'd love to hear about your plans in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more creative apartment design ideas, and as always, stay cozy and inspired.